Welcome to Art Design and Location Shooting. My name is Elizabeth Roney and I will be your instructor for this month. Just so you all know, there will be no filming of your mini doc during this class. All filming of your mini doc will take place next month during electronic field production and the following month in Portfolio 4. You will not be filming your mini doc in this class. What you will be doing is doing the research that is needed before you start filming, and you will be supplying me with still photography based on your mini doc. So what you do need for my class is either a standard DSLR, a point and shoot camera, or a cell phone, usually a smartphone that has a camera function. So just something that will take still frames. You also need a device that will allow you to take a panorama. So either a smartphone or a tablet that will do a panorama shot. You also need a computer with working access to Adobe Creative Cloud. You will be using Adobe Acrobat for most of your assignments, and you have an option of using Photoshop or Lightroom for your location stills and panorama assignments. You also need Shot Designer. You should already have Shot Designer downloaded. If you do not, please do so. If you do not know what Shot Designer is, please email me and I will refresh your memory. During this class, you will have 1 quiz, 3 discussion boards, and 6 assignments. These include a resubmission of your mini doc pitch during Wednesday of week 1, your professionalism assignment, a mock interview, and your location research, stills, and panorama assignment. These 3 location assignments deal specifically with your mini doc. Please download the Course at a Glance PDF. This is located in the welcome video. This will show you when all of your assignments are due. Please notice that most of your assignments are due on Mondays and Wednesdays. You do have 1 assignment that is due Friday of week 3 and 1 assignment that is due Sunday of week 4. So this week, this may look like a lot, and it is, but don't get overwhelmed. You need to resubmit your pitch for your mini doc that you submitted in location lighting. You have your discussion board based on artistic creations. Your initial response is due Wednesday of week 1. Your peer response is due Monday of week 2. Your professionalism assignment. You need to read chapters 2 through 6 in your ebook for your quiz. And your assignment for week 1 is your mock interview. Now your mock interview is not due until Wednesday of week 2. So you have 1.5 weeks to complete this assignment. But I do encourage you to get started on it as soon as possible. So for your mock interview, I give you a list of 15 animated characters from movies and cartoon TV shows. And you need to pick 1 animated character from the list that I provide. This list is not a suggestion. You are required to pick 1 from the list. And you are going to conduct an interview as if you were part of their world. So you are conducting the interview with the assumption that your chosen character will remain in character throughout the duration of your interview. So for example, if you are interviewing Captain Hook, you are pretending that you are in Neverland, actually interviewing Captain Hook. For the first part, you are going to open up a new Word doc and you are going to answer the following questions. Who are you interviewing and why did you choose them? And where will your interview be taking place based on the questions that you want to ask? So, sticking with Captain Hook, will you be interviewing him in his cabin, on the deck of his ship, or maybe in the hospital after he has lost his hand to the crocodile? You then need to come up with 5 questions that you would want to ask your character. These 5 questions need to be well thought out questions, and they cannot be questions that your character would answer with a yes or a no. They need to be questions that are open-ended that your character would need to explain and go into detail. I am not requiring you to include the answers because you are not being asked to take on the role of the interviewee. You are the interviewer. So I just need the 5 questions. You then need to go into Shot Designer and provide me with 3 lighting plots. Your 3 lighting plots will be 1 close-up, 1 cowboy, and 1 wide shot. I need to see the placement of your interviewee, the time of day if it is exterior, your camera placement with your focal length, your lighting placement including the wattage, and any lighting control such as reflectors if they're needed. Now remember, with the free version of Shot Designer, you cannot save your lighting plots. So you will need to take a screenshot of your lighting plot. So looking ahead to the week 2 discussion board, your initial post for week 2 will be once again telling me the who, why, and where of who you chose for your mock interview and the 5 questions. So you will be sharing the who, why, where, and your 5 questions with the rest of your peers. So basically you will be copy and pasting the first part of your Word doc into the initial post for week 2. Nothing more will be asked of you for that initial post. So when you have that portion done of your mock interview, go ahead and copy and paste that, and your initial post for the week 2 discussion board will be completed. And the week 2 discussion board is open for you day 1 of the class, so you could in theory get this done during week 1 and not have to think about it for week 2 until it comes time for your peer response, which you will be asked to respond to at least 1 peer and a minimum of 150 words. And within that 150 words, I'm asking you to think of at least 1 additional question, suggestion, and why to a peer who is doing their interview on a character that you did not choose yourself. So for example, if you chose Captain Hook, but you see a fellow classmate chose Betty Boop, and you are going to do your peer response saying, Betty Boop is a great choice. I like the questions that you are asking her, but did you think about asking her this? And then put your additional question suggestion that you would ask Betty Boop if you had chosen Betty Boop over Captain Hook. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. And now we are going into part 2 of your go-to archive.